Hi guys, this is Jackie from the BUILDERALL team. In this session, we are going to look at the settings of the panels and the elements inside of Cheetah. And we are going to start with the panel first. I've already added a panel. And as you can see, here is a long blue line with a little blue dot. This means that this is a panel already added. Then on the top left corner, you will see a little dynamic box. If I click on the panel, it's going to open up that little box and it will give you a variety of options. You would be able to throw it away by deleting it. You can hide the panel. You can clone or duplicate it so that you don't have to repeat it again. And then you can edit as well as save. Save basically means that if you save this as a personal element, you would be able to use it again on other websites as well as other pages inside of your Cheetah site. Then the edit button is basically going to do exactly the same thing as if I'm going to right click. So if I right click, you will see a box come up, and this is all the different kinds of settings that would apply to this specific panel. Now I'm going to close it just to illustrate what happens. If I click on this pencil, you can see it's opening up, or I can just right click on the panel and it will also open up again. Now there's different things that you can do to the panel. I'm not going to go in detail with all of them because there is training specific to panels, but you can see that you can really change anything to it as to the look and feel of the panel. Sizes, colors, the border, you can hide it, the radius, you can add images and videos to it. There's quite a variety of different settings that you can apply just for the panels. Now let's look at the elements. If we click in this little arrow here, this is all the different kinds of elements that you would be able to add to your panels inside of your Cheetah builder. We're not going to go into detail, but I have already added a few so that we can just go through them so you can get a more clear understanding. The first one is a box. If I click on the box, you can see how it jumps from the panel settings to the box settings, and it kind of looks a little bit different. You can see what that one looks like, what the email marketing looks like, what this form looks like, the image. All of them are different, and this is probably the most important section of each of these different elements. So let's start with the box. You can save, you can edit. Again, that is the right click option, but if you click on that, it's going to give you the same. You can center it. You can pin the element. Pin is basically where on the page would you like to have it, and then it would stay in that specified area when you scroll. You can duplicate or clone. You can hide the element. Basically, when you hide it, it won't be seen on your desktop, or you can trash it. So basically, that is the options. If I right click on the image, it's going to give me the options coming up right here. Take note that this box can be moved if it is over something that you need to see. But again, you would be able to see all the different things that you would be able to do with that specific box. The size of it, the background settings where you can add color or image, the border, the radius, you can add some shadow, parallax, animation, all different kinds of settings that you can apply to that specific box. The same is now with the email marketing form. If I right click on the email marketing form, we've got save, we've got edit, center. Near we've got additional element or additional settings right here, which would be to set the list. Where do you want the information to be sent to in Mailing Boss? The link it needs to go to once they click on the instant access right here, or whatever your button is saying, where must they go to? And that is what you would be able to set. Then we've got the social proof, and we've got capture, duplicate, the hide element, and a trash can. So I'm going to close that again. We're going to right click on this option. This is the image. Again, the same settings apply there, and then the different kinds of things that you can apply to the image, which is almost the same as your box. Then we've got a button. You right click on the button. Also be able to add all the different kinds of settings to that specific button, but more specific, again, it's got a link where it needs to be linked to if a person click on it, and then an additional one that's not on the other ones, which is multiple actions, which is different things that can happen when people click on this specific button. So they can be redirected to different areas if they use that little button right there. Then we've got the video. If you right click on the video, this is the Vimeo settings. You would be able to add different kinds of video sources. It could be YouTube, Vimeo, Vidallo. That all you can add by this little box on the right. But again, this is where you would be able to change all the different kinds of settings pertaining to that specific video. It also have its little icons here at the top, like all of them. The only different one is that it can also become a pinned video or a sticky video, that when people scroll, they would not need to worry the video is going to scroll with it. That is basically that. Then we've got the text box. The text can be accessed through a variety of ways. Once it's on your page, you can do it from the right to add it, just like all of these elements. But there's also another place where you can go to, and that is here at the top bar. If you click on it, you're going to see that this is the options where you need to change your font size, the size on mobile, the line height, the color, for all the different kinds of headings. Head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and paragraph. Once you've set it here, you don't need to set it again for any of the pages, because this is like the global area to set your fonts. Then obviously the other way would be from the element box here on the side. Now, how do you change that? The way to change it is to double click on it, and it's going to open up an additional box here at the top where you would be able to change the bold, the italicized, the heading size, the font size, all the different kinds of things that you can do to the heading. So you basically have this option, and you have the option here at the top bar. Then for menus is the same thing. If I right click on the menu, you would get the dynamic box here at the top. The little extra configure the items for the specific items here. It's when you want to add or remove some of these that you don't want there, as well as set the links of each of these services. And then obviously if you right click on it or just click on it and open the dynamic box opening up, you can edit it, the element right there again. And there it is. Same thing as apply to all of the different kinds of elements. The only different area here, if you click on the elements, it would be the brand section here, is to add a brand image as well as the burger menu for mobile view. And this is basically the settings that you can do for each and every single element that you have in Cheetah.